So what a way to start the week, guys. Shorted this move, fully pre-planned in the compound towards that red circle low, as we're already up this week. And right now I will do the price section of BTC, so I'll do an update because we are now here. And where in the charts are we? When we go on the 4 hour, and I told this in the other video as well, you can ignore this wick on BTC USD perpetual. You can ignore it, and you have on the 4 hour this very nice zone which we came into, but we wicked it. And we filled this whole fair value gap. Okay, so we filled this whole fair value gap, and we are now trying to go higher, creating a pretty good low here with your 1 2 3, if you know, you know. And I was not really looking to long this because I'm not the biggest fan of starting your range like this after such a big move like that. When you have a very aggressive move down, okay, like this, very aggressive move down, it often happens that this doesn't become your range starting point, and this becomes your range starting point with your 1 2 3 before you go higher. So that is the reason why I'm not looking at this range as of now, but I have to say it is making a good low as of now, so that is nice. We have some points of interest above us, which is this structure supply with some liquidity above. So above this is liquidity. If we break through this supply, I expect to take all this liquidity at least until there. But right there isn't really any supply which isn't mitigated on the lower time frame. The end of the liquidity is going to be right there. This is the supply, so I will set an alert here for potential shorts, because what I will watch for is shorts coming into that POI and go lower. So a Wyckoff schematic going into that POI, go lower. That is what I'm watching on BTC. What I'm watching as well is what I said in the beginning, is a range creation today. So is a range creation starting from low to high, taking out that range, forming a good bottom. Then I will long it back up till the end of the liquidity right there. So I'm have my alert on that end of the liquidity as well, and have my alert on the range low. And that is what I'm prepared for today on BTC. My alert doesn't load, but doesn't matter, I will do it later. Then on USDC, everyone is watching at USDT, but on USDC the price action is way cleaner. I'm posting in the compound. Everyone is probably already in. Link is in the bio if you're not already, but I'm posting a lot about USDC because it's just cleaner price action, guys. It's just cleaner. You had your distribution schematic, your 1 2 3 price was going lower and has reached the target of the distribution. So now after reaching the target, so taking the liquidity of the technical target, we formed a Wyckoff accumulation schematic, and I posted about it in the compound that I was watching for this accumulation, and it now hit the technical target. It is now in some very low time frame structure supply right there, and right now I expect a bullish continuation actually, because it's a very good low. We can have some pullbacks, yes, obviously we can have some pullbacks, but I in the end expect a rotation higher towards those highs. But it's not about expectations, it's about confirmations. So right now the model is complete. We don't have a new range creation for us to have a potential confluence for, but that is USDC, so a very good low, so that's nice to keep in the back of your mind. ETH, we are now in this last demand, so we have created some demand on ETH, and I was saying I'm not having a high time frame short on ETH while we have some equal highs above us. So we have equal highs above. Am I gonna short a high time frame move down when I have equal highs above? No. Why is that? Because equal highs create a lot of liquidity. You want liquidity right here when you take a short. Liquidity below you, not above you, okay? This can act as a massive magnet for price to go to, which is especially not what you want. So on ETH, we are now in some demand, but we don't really have a range creation as of now, or a potential accumulation. Like, you need to take out that low and form a good accumulation before you can take a trade like that. But as I said in the beginning, I don't like to use this as my range starting point as of now. So maybe we can have a distribution schematic. So we obviously have some supply creation there. Watch for price to go into that supply, create a model, go lower. Watch for price to accumulate and go higher. But right now we are very early on the low time frame in this range. On the high time frame, we have a lot of liquidity below us still with a red circle low. So it will be very nice to create a high time frame accumulation schematic before you go higher. So that is for the high time frame on Ethereum. That's what I'm watching on a high time frame. Then I will draw my range from low to high. And I'm going through everything pretty quick, guys. But I like to be to the point, as you all know. I'm not here to entertain. I'm to explain. And this is where I'm going to set my alert. This is where I'm going to set my alert. And that's what I'm looking for on ETH right now, guys. Do we have some breakers above us? We don't really. Like, this is now double fair value gap. Like this. So I expect a move at least into there. Maybe create a distribution there or create a distribution a little lower. I will trade it as well if I get a confluence of BTC. I had a sick trade on virtual last night. Like, what a way to start the week. It's absolutely insane. We came into a 2-day breaker. Excellent reaction of it. Wyckoff exhaustion into it. You had your 1, 2, 3. You had a red circle low below you, which can act as a liquidity magnet. Okay. And that was the trade. You see, I am an entry on literally 7343. So that was 7343. It was right there. It was absolutely insane. Stop was above the fair value gap on the daily. That was a trade absolutely printing. Like, last days has been insane. Had some follow through. I had some runner on virtual as well. Right now, not creating a good low here. So not really a trade I am watching right now on virtual. I don't know how deep that was at the 618 and you went up. So nothing I'm watching right now on virtual. So nothing to update on that pair. I had something on gold. Gold was very, 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 very interesting. We have supply creation right there. And again, guys, if I'm going too quick, like, ask your questions in the comments below or in the questions channel in the Compound Discord, because then I can answer the questions like in depth. Right now, I just want to go through the price section and want to update you guys real quick. This is the end of the liquidity on gold, so I have your alert there as well. And I have your alert on the supply for potential distributions to go lower into the demand, break structure back to bullish. I am long towards the range high. That is my plan on gold. So my plan on gold is have a short there and have some time displacement in the lower section of the range. Right now, I'm not gonna long a trade when all the volume in the range is in the upper section of the range. So you have no volume in the lower section of the range. All the volume is now in the upper section, which means I'm not going too long. Okay, you need to spend time here to move the volume profile down to create a proper range and to long it. Okay, we have grabbed a very important liquidity point there, so that is nice. I don't really think we have a model 1 POI because we already grabbed the liquidity. There's no really demand below us, so this is still the range I'm watching on gold. Very nice. So watch for price going into the supply to short. Watch for price to go into the demand to take a long and target the range high. Very nice ID here on gold. On silver, I don't know if we have the same type of price action there. Haven't checked it in a minute, and we don't. So we have still our alert there. We have still our alert there. And no range creation here on silver. So nothing I am going to watch. Obviously, on the low time frame, you can have trades, guys. Like, I forgot to say it sometimes, but you can even trade like low time frame schematics like this, going like this, boom, going lower, target that liquidity point. It's like What do you want to spend your time on? And you have to separate your focus. Like you have to watch a couple pairs. Don't watch every single pair, okay? If you're not experienced enough, and even if you are experienced, like it's good to focus on just your main pairs. If there's nothing right here, like the reason I took virtual was because Bitcoin was in a confirmed distribution schematic. That is the reason I took virtual. So I was watching at BTC. I'm watching at this trade, and I think, yeah, I can have a 2.4 RR on this trade right now, or I can watch an altcoin which is distributing and trade a higher RR, which is exactly what I did right there. USDC, I already went over it. Nothing on silver. That was the video, guys. Join the compound if you're not already in the group, and see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.